Winter sports, by their very nature, take place in the cold. No cold, no snow. Nice special effect, huh? Cold weather does pose some challenges, and here's some simple things you can do to fight it. First, wear layers. From a nutritional standpoint, layers help you adjust to your body temperature. If you don't layer, you could overheat and your fluid consumption needs will go off the map. But don't forget, when you get to the bottom, shed some of those layers. Remember, zip up at the top and down at the bottom. You know, what you eat is also really important. On those cold days, you got to really load up on the calories because as your body metabolizes them, it will help your body heat up. So I popped in on this family just to see. I like those Doritos. Can I have one of those Doritos? You know, I sort of get my lunch this way. Very good. One final point. When it's cold outside, don't drink too much at lunch. That glass of wine may make you feel warm, but it can actually make you colder by inhibiting your shivering reflex. You know, cold weather is a part of winter sports, but this afternoon, I intend to stay warm. We want that couch potato to get off the couch and start walking. So we're going to illustrate it with a treadmill. Now, you
don't need to have a treadmill, though. You have a sidewalk probably out in front of your house or a road, and you can walk anywhere.
That's exactly right. We're going to ask the couch potato just to make the commitment to get off that couch and start walking. Now, we've programmed the treadmill to go at 3 miles an hour, which is a kind of an average walking speed. For some people, it's going to be even less than this. And what we're going to ask the couch potato today, as a commitment today, is we're going to ask that couch potato to get out and over the course of the day find 10 minutes to walk. And you can see this is a pretty comfortable pace. Dabbler is doing some, but they're not doing enough. And so we're going to illustrate how easy it is for that dabbler to get started. Now, that may seem paradoxical that we're going to sit down when we talk about the exercise enthusiast, but we have a point to make here, and the point comes out of Olympic athletes. The person who is an exercise enthusiast is by and large looking for stress reduction in their life as well as physical activity.
Our action point then for the day
is a stretch. No matter what your fitness profile, you can start with a stretch, and it's very important.
You have to always start with stretches and end with stretches.
This is just a very easy one. We're going to do it on a table. People at home can do it at a wall. It's a standing calf stretch. And then if you lean further forward, you can turn it into a hamstring and
right
low back.
Leg, right?
And if you have a wall, you can actually put your hands above it and turn it into an upper back and shoulder stretch. So it's something that we would encourage everybody to do before and after their exercise.
Absolutely. I stretch every morning before the show. I just find that it makes your blood circulate better. And I think it actually gives you a better focus in your mind.
Stretching is a great time to do mind-body things, too, to think about what you're about to accomplish.
All right. This is the start. We're going to get more into this, but first of all, you got to realize where you are. So I think you probably all heard where you were this morning, and we'll get you on the road to better health. Coming up next, Madonna as a material witness in a stalking case when Good Morning America continues here on ABC. Thank you, Doctor.
My pleasure.
Good Morning America's New Year, New You.
Do you need all these bells and whistles, though, Dr. Rippe, really?
Well,
I mean, they add to the cost of the equipment, correct?
They do add to the cost of the equipment, but the key thing here is most people have experienced that they haven't stuck with their programs. That's the big issue. And so what you call bells and whistles may be what keeps a person motivated. And if that's what does it for them, then that's a key.
What about Christmas time? That's a notoriously difficult time to start exercising. I read in my research that you said wait until the new year. Really? Can't you start now and not overindulge and not gain those 5 or 10 pounds?
We want people to exercise consistently, and we don't want people to view their exercise as a punishment. So if you're enjoying the holiday season and you're not a regular exerciser, my recommendation would be don't try to pick it up before the holidays, but get geared up so that right after the first of the year you can start your exercise program. Find something you enjoy, find something that's convenient, like a life cycle or a treadmill, and carry it out every day. Look forward to it. Don't make it a punishment.
You can start a program and you can benefit from the program.
Ryan has joined Massachusetts cardiologist James Rippe in developing a simple program called Activity Made Easy.
Our message is really one of empowerment, that all of us can find the nooks and crannies in our lives to be generally more physically active. And if we find 5 minutes here and there and accumulate a total of 30 minutes over the day, that's one of the very best things that we can do to preserve our health.
In our 10 years of research, the Afflex is a high-tech medicine ball. But Dr. Rippe had an indication, that was a great opinion.
Martin, you keep on talking about your research. There is not a shred of published research. It is all stuff that you have done at your own company. I know this literature. You do not have any research. Let's make that very,
Dr.
very
Rippe?
clear.
Okay, well, first thing, your opinion.
True.
Dr. Rippe,
not true.
You have a great opinion.
The fat gene and the rats.
Yes. Well, Set point theory has been widely debated, and one of the holes in the theory, one of the things that people have said, well, I don't believe it, is the lack of a smoking gun. What is it that makes the set point work? And a couple of months ago, some researchers, the same group actually, came up with a very elegant model that has some very interesting science in to discover what is now being called the obesity gene. And in tomorrow's New England Journal, there's also an article called Of Mice and Men, which is very interesting from a scientific standpoint, and it gives us a good explanation for how we use basic animal research to explain a very complicated human disease. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to show a picture of how this whole obesity gene is thought to work. This is in tomorrow's New England Journal of Medicine. And what this picture shows, we have two pictures actually, and the first is a normal situation.